Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. I am Jim Hacking. Hope you all are doing well. Got a new setup, got my microphone hooked back up, and got my headset so that we can cut down on any reverberations or echoes. Please let me know if you can hear me. This is a new mic that I haven't been using for a while, so just let me know for sure that you can hear me. I'm wearing my lawyer costume because I was shooting a new video on the I-751 process. So that'll drop on Monday. I won't be doing the show on Monday because I'll be traveling in San Diego. But if someone could, okay, great. Thank you, Elizabeth. Everyone can hear me. Awesome. Go ahead and let me know what you're doing today, what you're going to do on this beautiful Saturday. The sun is out in St. Louis. It's still about 30 degrees, but I'm excited about being in San Diego tomorrow. Heading up there for a few days for Social Media Marketing World, and then I'll be up there for spring break. Oh, so many days rubbing it in. Sunny California. I'm headed your way. Finally, the sun's out here, though, so I'm going to go play some football with the kids after this, and then we're probably going to do a movie night with some popcorn. So everybody's letting me know where they're watching from. I'm really excited. Let me know if you have any good plans for the weekend. Let me know if you have any immigration questions. People have been sort of reluctant to get in the waiting room lately. I'm not sure exactly why that is, because we got plenty of people watching, but not too many people asking questions. And of course, the show doesn't really work if there aren't people in the waiting room. So we are getting some questions by text. Tosin wants to know, if someone received correspondence is under review, what does that mean? Thanks. That means that you received some kind of a request for evidence or notice of intent to deny, that you wrote in a response, and that they're reviewing what you sent them. Nothing more, nothing less. And of course, Tosin, I don't put much stock in what's in the online update, so don't hold your breath on that one. Precious is watching in the snow in Whitehall, and there's snow there. That's no good. And Megan says the same thing. So we got snow in Pennsylvania. Mark and Dawn are watching up in Fredericksburg. Good to hear it. We got Nikki in New York City. Sobide says they're always shy to go live, but they love to hear my voice. Haha, that's funny. Vadim says I've already answered everyone's question, so that's why they don't need to come on. That would be something. Then the show would really be out of business. Juliet's watching in Cleveland. They got snow. We got Vadim's in Boston. Here's a question. I didn't get a decision at the end of the interview. Marriage-based case in Philly. Well, I guess that means they've got to make some decisions. They got to figure out if they're going to give you the green card. Interesting. My question always is, when you get in that kind of a scenario, is, did they prove the I-130 but not the 485? So, of course, the I-130 is the first step. So sometimes people get the I-130 approved, not the 485. There's some kind of inadmissibility question or some supervisor question. So we do see that from time to time. So when people tell me their case hasn't been approved after interview, I always ask, well, did they at least approve the I-130? Did they at least approve the I-130? Looks like we got Eagle Eye in the waiting room. Let's say hello. Hi, Eagle.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I just got a quick question. My mom's sponsor for my brother. He's unmarried child, over 21. He live in Guyana. My mom is living in the U.S. She's a U.S. citizen. He sponsored for him 2017, and his priority date is April 28, 2017, and his case was processed in California. But in 2020, his case transferred to Vermont, and they mailed out a letter stating the letter said what they mail out that stating explanation why the case was transferred and filed for instruction, but they never received that letter. And it's like 5 years now, and they didn't hear anything as yet.
The case is still pending at USCIS?
It doesn't say pending or anything. It just when you put the number in on the website, it says the case is transferred to a different jurisdiction, and they mailed out the letter in 2020 and followed that letter for instruction, but she never requested a letter or anything. So I just want to know
Has she been keeping her address updated with USCIS?
Yes.
Yeah. So I wouldn't sweat it. I mean, you could ask them to resend the letter, but it doesn't really matter what service center it's at, and it doesn't really matter that it's still pending because we still have a wait of years and years before that becomes current. So I think it's just
But
fine.
isn't the process time? Isn't this supposed to go with with a priority date? Even because in California, I see they're working on May 2017. Because I know this guy, his mom sponsored for him. His mom is a U.S. citizen. He lives in Guyana, and his priority date was May 2017. His case processed in California did not transfer, and he just received an approval letter and everything, and he has a visa number and stuff already, like a few days ago.
But it doesn't matter
Okay.
because they can't come because of the backlog. So right now, the National Visa Center is working on cases that were filed in 26 for adult married children of U.S. citizens. That's the F3 category. They're working on cases from you said he's married, right? Or unmarried? Hello? Hello? Did you freeze up? Hmm. Hopefully it's not me. Eagle, are you with us? Well, long and the short of it is if it's married, they're only working on cases from 2008, so it's still a long way. So the fact that USCIS hasn't approved it doesn't really matter. I'll put you on hold. Maybe you can come back in. Let's say hi to Deanie. Hi, Deanie.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Good. How are you
Um,
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I am currently in Germany. I did my first interview 2019. Then I get refused because of the travel ban against my country, Somalia. Then they kept me 2 years in administrative processing. 1 month ago, I updated my DS-160. Then they sent me a follow-up interview to show up. Then I went there. They asked me same questions. What is new? Then after the interview, then they bring me another 221G. Later, they asking affidavit of birth. The two person who were present when I was born.
What kind of case is
Um,
this?
that is K1 visa. Sorry.
Okay. So
Um,
you don't have a birth certificate?
No, I had birth certificate, but I didn't. I had birth certificate from my country. Then I asked the embassy in Germany, from Somali embassy in Germany. Then they communicate my parent. Then they created a new birth certificate for me.
So it's like a recent birth certificate. It's not from when you were
It's
born.
recent. It's not. It's not. I was not born in hospital.
I
Then
gotcha.
I never had it.
So what's the
Then
question?
this. That's the question is. I send them the copy. They say original. Then the original arrived. The two people I brought one for my auntie and one from the wife of my uncle in
Okay.
USA. Then
Okay.
I submit them. What do you think?
How long ago was
Until
that?
now, I sent the last for 1 week ago. Then they started updating now my case, but I still I don't have. That's the one question. What do you think? If it's affidavit of enough for two people, U.S. citizen, and
Sounds sounds like that's all
yeah.
they wanted. Sounds like you're getting close.
Oh, you think so? Um, and the other thing is, my wife, we have separated for so long. Then last time she came here, she stayed with me 8 months. The same day I was submitting this thing, they asked me statement of married. Then I gave them recently, which was signed 2 days ago. Then they say, "This is new. Your wife in USA. How can you get 2 years, 2 days ago?" Then I told them my wife is with me here for the last 8 months. She was with me.
But I thought this was a fiance case.
Yeah, it's fiance case. It does problem. While my wife she quitted the job. and she told them I will be back and then they asked me if your wife is not working now, she's not working totally. Then I told them she is going back
But
at the end of February.
Deanie,
Yeah, yes,
she filed an I-129F for you, right?
yeah.
But you keep saying wife and
Oh,
fiance.
sorry. We married the Islamic Muslim religion, and
Okay.
the Germany, the Muslim religion is not recognized. That's
Okay,
why we
brother,
filed
listen.
I-1.
You gotta
Sorry.
stop. You gotta stop using that word. That's gonna get you in trouble.
Oh, sorry.
Don't
Okay.
say. And she's not your wife.
Um, um, well, I even showed them the letter that we get married in a mosque,
So
but
that was
so
dumb. Why did
long.
you do that? Why show them a letter that you got married in the
No,
mosque?
no, no,
How does that
no.
help? How does that
They
help?
so they say even so long as it's not recognized Germany,
Right, but how does
if
that
you
help? What
stay.
was the point in showing that to them? There's no point in showing that to them. There's no point in
Oh,
bringing up a religious marriage.
but they never had that they say it's not recognized in Germany, then it's irrelevant. They say it
We'll
was
see.
not
We'll see.
important.
So what's the question?
The question is, um, my wife, they quit the job and she went back to the job. Is that the period she was not working? Will it bring me a problem?
I mean, you have much bigger problems. You're from Somalia. It's a fiance case. They're slow walking all these fiance cases. You told them that you're married religiously. I don't think that's going to be the big issue. I think the bigger issue is that they're just not handling fiance cases very well right now.
Okay. They after follow-up interview, and I asked them before, what did I bring? Did you need any other document from me? That they send me a list of to renew my health and everything. I don't know why during the interview they give me another 221G and
I
ask
think
me to bring
I think they
affidavit.
I think they're going to keep screwing around with you. I mean, you decide what you want to do, but if your wife is there, I might just get married and start over because I hate fiance cases right now. I'm really down on them.
Okay. Do you think so that we get married and
I mean,
start
I don't
all
know.
of us?
I'd give it a couple months, but then I would give serious thought because they're just not processing fiance cases the way they usually do. Deanie, I got to go, bud. Okay.
Okay.
Good
Okay,
luck, my
brother.
friend. All right. Hi, Kim. You're next. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Great. What can I help you with?
So my husband and I got married in November of 2020. We have a beautiful son together, and
Nice.
we have filed for the I-130 and to get his green card to our marriage.
Great.
But our attorneys have made serious mistakes on a lot of the documentation. We ended up getting an RFE, so they wanted to see our financial support side of things, like our joint tax returns for 2021.
Okay.
As well as, more of my pay stubs, my letter of like my job offer letter and everything, because I have 2 jobs at the moment. And so when the attorney had sent off the RFE, we had asked them, hey, can you please send us a copy of what you sent over just so we can have the, reassurance in our mind that it's all together. They completely ignored any communication from us. I called and I was like, hey, can I speak to Christopher, the paralegal? They said, oh, well, he's out of the office. But then my coworker, who had heard what was going on, she said, hey, can I speak to Christopher? My name's Stephanie. I want to call him my case. He answered immediately.
Nice
So,
trick.
yeah, not a clever one. When they finally sent us, what they had sent, which is 2 days before the due date of our RFE, they're like, oh, by the way, we forgot to attach any of the things they were asking for. We didn't put in your text transcript. We didn't put in anything. And they even they're like, we're going to send a revised letter, right? So they attached our text transcript, but they put on the note, they're like, please note, Kim has only been employed with this major employer since March 1st of 2022, but I've been there well over a year. And that's the one with the job offer letter where I started in like April of last year.
Did you have a co-sponsor?
No, we didn't need one.
I'm sure you don't, but they might think that you do. And now, they don't really give you 2 chances to fix the affidavit of support. They usually only give you 1. So hopefully they won't dismiss the case, but you might get another RFE. Who are these clowns? I mean, what's the deal with these clowns? Here's my number one question when it comes to immigration lawyers screwing things up. Do they do things other than immigration? Because if they do things other than immigration, I think that's just a sign that they don't know what they're doing.
No, even their entire firm is titled Immigration for Couples, and it's this office out of Fishers, Indiana. But what I've
Oh,
noticed is when we initially communicated with our attorney, we got this lady, um, and she was going to be our legal representative. But what I've noticed is everything afterwards for like any communication or updates, she's shoving everything onto the paralegal. So I'm guessing she's kind of overworked or like so stretched out that she doesn't want to handle anything. So she's just kind of letting these, sorry, kids take control of the situation. And now I'm staring at the documentation like, oh, wow, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. And I don't know what to do at this point.
and of course, your spouse doesn't have their work card yet, right?
He's had his EAD because he came here on I believe it's the L1 visa, the student visa, got his work authorization,
Yeah.
but his work authorization ends in like May. So it's like he's not going to overstay. He'd go back to India, but this is just a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare.
No, don't leave. No.
Okay.
No. He can stay the whole time your green card case is pending. They didn't explain this to you?
No, they don't communicate with me. They say that they're in meetings and then answer other people.
So here's what I would do. So my wife is the best at this. Like, so my wife teases me all the time. She says, Jim, you sue Donald Trump, you sue the State Department, you sue USCIS, but you don't like to take a $7 return to Target for me. Why is that? I don't know why that is, but it's true. I don't like that kind of stuff, right? But she has taught me that what I would do is I would write a letter to the owner of the firm, and I would say that you've made this mistake. I would do a whole chronology. I contacted you on this day. I hired you on this day. I paid you this much money this day. You signed a contract with me. You said you were going to do the best job possible. You have not done the best job possible. You have screwed the shit out of my case. You've kept my husband from getting his work card. You had me scared that he was going to have to leave the United States because you never explained to me that he didn't have to leave the United States while this case was pending. Your boy Christopher hides whenever I call. And just lay it all out one by one. And then say, I want to fire you as an attorney and I want my money back. And send it certified mail, and send it Federal Express, and send it email, and tell them that something along the lines of, if I don't hear from you in the next 5 days, I'm going to take this up with the Indiana bar, and we're going to have a conversation because this is completely unacceptable, the way that you handled my case. That's what I would do.
And as far as the RFE goes, what happens if they reject the case or they...
Well, that's what we really don't want. Now, just to make you feel better, let's just say that when does your spouse's work card expire, and when did you think he had to leave?
May 31st is when it expires. He was going to buy a ticket for that day or the day before.
No. That would be bad. That would be bad for lots of reasons. One, he probably won't have advanced parole and the green card case would be abandoned. So don't do that.
Okay.
So even if this gets all screwed up and May comes and goes, if you guys refile and it gets dismissed, let's say it gets dismissed and denied in August, and you have to file all over again. Now, then I'd go back to the attorney and say, not only do I want that money back that you gave me, but I also want my filing fees because I was harmed by you morons. And in fact, if your spouse can't work for 2 months, you've been harmed by his lost income, right? So, listen, our office makes mistakes. I'm not saying that we're above making mistakes. We certainly make mistakes. There's probably people watching this show who can tell you that we made a small mistake here or a small mistake there. But when we make a mistake, we own it, right? So if people want their money back, we give them their money back. If we had a crazy person hire us the other day and he cussed out my Romel, our phone guy, and we gave him his money back. So people end and start relationships with lawyers all the time. But here's the thing. You're in charge. You're in charge because if they want to trade their law license for whatever money you paid them, they're really stupid. So they're not going to do that unless they are really stupid. Now, there are really stupid people, so they might fight you on this. But at the end of the day, you have all the power. They can't take your law license, but you can get their law license in a whole lot of trouble, right? Mm-hmm. So you should feel – and the other thing is you guys – you're a U.S. citizen, Kim, I assume?
Yes.
So your husband is safe whether he takes 10 years to get his green card. It won't take that long. But if it did, he's still safe. So don't leave. don't worry, don't be scared, don't be nervous. Everything is going to work out. It's just a matter of things being handled properly.
Gotcha.
All right.
Stressful, but
Stressful, yeah, but it's stressful. But I mean, you know, it's all going to work out. I know it's stressful. I know it's stressful. I know it's stressful. I shouldn't minimize that, but a lot of people that call on the show, they don't have any kind of relief or anything. You guys have the right path. It's just screwed up.
awesome. So do they usually ever send a secondary RFE in cases like that? Because I mean, they even published a letter that says I've only had my job for like 2 days or 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole other reason. You know, what you could do is fire them, get a new lawyer, have the new lawyer enter their appearance and clarify everything, that all the mistakes that were made on the forms and on that note and everything else. And that way you might beat them to the punch if they are thinking about denying it for screwing up the I-64. I think they probably would give you another one and ask for a co-sponsor, but if you don't need it, you don't want to have one.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
All right, Kim.
Thank you
Hang
very
in there.
much.
You got it. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. Got some comments. My man Muhammad. He just received his green card. It was a very complicated case, I'll admit. Thanks for sharing that, Muhammad. We're really glad that you did. I'm coming to SoCal tomorrow. Hope you guys are well. I'm excited about the news that you shared with me by email the other day. That's exciting. But we'll talk soon. Really happy. And I'll reply to that email. I know I owe you a reply to the email. All right. Ohineba wants to know how to contact us. That's easy to answer. I can put our contact information down below so that you can grab that for a little bit. Let me see. There was someone who was asking too about, here it is. I want to know, can you be my lawyer? Do I need to go to your office because I live here in Florida? I want to do it sooner for my husband to get his green card. So we handle cases in all 50 states and we represent people all around the world. So the nice thing is that immigration law is federal. And, we don't even see clients in the office anymore. Everything's done virtually. We have offices in California, St. Louis, and DC, but we handle stuff in all the states because of technology. It's really easy. So, Christina, we handle things all over the United States. Not a problem. All right, let's talk to Basar. Hi, Basar. You're on mute, Basar.
Hi, Jim. How are you? I have a question for you. I've been in the show twice, but I don't know if you've seen anything like this before. I'm married with U.S. citizen, and then we filed our cases February 7th, and then I filed my OPT 19th of January, and then after 32 days of filing marriage-based case, I just got an interview notice yesterday.
Yeah.
15th of April. It will be 67 days from filing date to interview date, and then we don't have much evidence. We just start like preparing, like bank statement, lease, like bills, and then I feel like it just like catch us a little off guard, and then, like
that's why they did it. That's why they did it. How long did you know each other before you got married?
We know each other. We married December 1st. We knew each other like 4 months before our marriage.
So it was a quick courtship, quick marriage, and now a quick interview. So that's tough. I mean, what kind of a visa were you on when you got married?
I had a F1 student visa, and then I graduated from college 6th of February, and then we filed 7th, but I sent my OPT application before.
That's fine. What field office is going to have your interview?
Phoenix, Arizona.
So, I mean, I think you guys are going to have to be extra prepared. I would advise bringing a lawyer with you to the interview because they're probably going to separate you and you're going to want to know how your answers went. Not that the lawyer's going to tell you the answers, but that you're going to know if they're consistent, if the answers match. So like 2 months ago, I was doing this show and I talked about how I believe that USCIS sometimes takes cases like yours. Like nobody, but sorry, nobody's getting interviews in 2 months, right? Nobody. It's happening very rarely. Now, I said on the show that I think USCIS picks certain cases like yours where the relationship was short, the marriage was short, and then the filing and interview comes very quickly. I think they do that on purpose to, like you said, catch you not ready, right? Now, after I made that video, an officer from USCIS left me a long comment, and he said, Jim's always saying that all this stuff is on purpose at USCIS. That Jim sort of that I'm sort of overly dramatic and that I have sort of a conspiracy mindset. That might be true, but one of my favorite expressions is, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you. So what that means is that I think that it doesn't really matter, because the fact of the matter is you have an interview coming up, and on the day of your interview, you'll have been married about 4 months, right?
Yes.
So that's tough. So that should go both ways. On the one hand, they should go a little bit easier on you and understand that, I mean, you have a social security number, right?
Yeah, I have social security number, and then I have New York State ID. I moved here from New York. I mean, I don't have an EAD yet. I wasn't able to like change my ID to like our apartment.
I mean, the one thing too for me, if I were representing you, the thing that I would highlight is, look, I was here on an F1 and I have OPT coming, and I didn't need to get married for any fake ass reasons. I got married because I'm in love and because we want to be together. I could have gone back to school. I could have gotten OPT. I don't know if you're in the STEM field, but OPT for 3 years if you are. If not, you could have gotten an H-1B. So USCIS, go pound sand. There's no fake marriage here. I didn't need to marry anybody for a goddamn green card. I'm going to get it on my own because I'm awesome. And I'm going to get a sponsor for an H-1B and then a green card. So the last thing I need to do is file a fake immigration case. That would be my attitude, right? Like that would be sort of my mindset. Like, screw you guys. Nice trick. Tried to get me, but that ain't happening.
I see. One more thing, Jim. It's also my OPT application got RFA about my F1 maintenance and then my address history, because my school was online all the time during the COVID, and we never went in person. And then I didn't respond to RFA yet. RFA deadline is 2nd of May, and then interview is 15th of April. Should I respond to RFA for OPT?
No. Is that the real deadline, or does that include the COVID extension?
It's include the COVID extension, I think.
Does it say? Is there a date in the letter?
It says date in the letter, 2nd of May. I got the RFA.
Yeah, so then you get 60 days from that. So I would answer that on the last couple days
before interview. Yeah.
After the interview. No, don't answer.
After the interview. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and they probably won't even know what's in that RFE, but just tell them I'll do it when I feel like it. Screw you. I mean, I'd be ready to fight on this one. I'd come in a little feisty on this case if I were you. Hopefully it'll all work out.
I have everything ready for RFA. I just didn't feel like sending it yet. I wanted to get some advice about it.
I would just wait.
Okay. Thank you, Jim.
Good luck, Basar. Let us know how it goes, okay? Yeah. All right. I'm going to post the link if anyone wants to come in the waiting room. We got a few people. We'll get to Rajiv in just a minute. I think we have some good news from our friend Mimi. Hi, Jim. We filed my husband's adjustment after K1 with hacking immigration law back in October. He received his green card last week. I saw that, Mimi. I was happy for you. Everyone was excited that the green card came in. So glad that the team worked out well. And I will, actually, I'm going to go ahead and send a screenshot of that to the team so that they know that you're happy. So thanks for that. That'll be good. Let's say hi to Rajiv, and then we'll get to Jeffrey. Oh, hey, Rajiv, I have that same T-shirt.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Jim. How are you?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Very good. It's snow here in Philadelphia.
Oh, no. I'm done with the snow, man. I told Amani, my wife and I went for a walk yesterday, and I put on a sweatshirt. Now, I did have shorts on because I don't like to have my legs hot. I had shorts on, but we got about 2/3 of the way through that walk, and I said, man, I am not doing this anymore. I'm not going to any more walks till we get to California. So, man, too cold.
So I have one question. Like I also left in the comment, like I had an interview last week on Thursday. I mean, this week on Thursday, right? In
Like 2
March
days ago.
10. Yeah. So we didn't get any decision on the at the end of the interview.
What kind of case?
It is a marriage-based case. I married my wife. She's a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
We got married in January in 2021. So we
Okay.
filed the case in June
And,
2021. We got the RFE. We respond the RFE for the 864 ICE for the sponsorship affidavit
and
with
which
the
which embassy, or I'm sorry, which USCIS field office had your interview?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. Good. I'm going there next 2 weeks. So, okay. So how'd the interview go? What happened? Why did they sit on it?
So interview went good. Like as far as the marriage questions, it all went good. But I had a filing before for the EV3 from a job in 2018. So it took me like 2 years to get to the interview. We drew the case at the time of the interview in 2020.
What was the job?
It was from the restaurant for the chef
Has this
EV3.
has this restaurant ever gotten in trouble for filing sort of strange employment-based green card cases? Why'd you withdraw it?
I don't believe so.
Why'd you withdraw it?
We just drew. I think like my wife. I mean, this is my ex. I mean, second marriage. I had a married before, and
Did that
they
did
had
that
like stock interview. You know.
Oh man, come on now. You're just this
Yeah.
this this sounded really good at the beginning. Now it sounds all messy.
Yeah.
Now it sounds all messy. We've got a prior marriage with a Stokes interview. I mean, Rajiv, I don't know if you've been watching, but lately I've been spending a lot of time talking about marriage number one. Marriage number two. I think I even made a TikTok about this the other day. Marriage number two is all good. Marriage number one, not so good. And of
Yeah.
course, if we operate from the assumption that USCIS wants to deny cases, they're always looking for new reasons and ways to deny cases. Their current favorite trick is to go back and look at the old marriage. So
Old marriage.
did the old marriage case get denied or withdrawn or what?
We just withdraw the case.
Hmm. So just off the top of my head, from their perspective, we've got and Rajiv, when you first came to the United States, what kind of a visa did you have?
I had a F1 visa. Now I am in OPT. I completed my study in December.
Okay.
Applied for OPT. Then it took almost 6 months to come. So I had this validation till this May, end of the
So
May.
if we're just let's say that we're a suspicious immigration officer, not Jim, because Jim likes Rajiv, but let's say I'm a suspicious immigration officer.
Okay.
I got a guy and I'm going down the hall to talk to my coworker. Okay, I got this guy. His name's Rajiv. Here's what happened. He came out on F1 and he's on OPT. He's got going to OPT. He seems like he went to school. He graduated. He did all that. So that part's good.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. All the while he was on his F1, he got married. He filed a marriage case. We stoked him. We did a Stokes interview. Then we were about to deny the case, but Rajiv and his spouse withdrew it. Then some restaurant filed an EB3 petition for him, and that case was pending for a while. But then he got married again, so he withdrew the EB3, which was for a restaurant job and doesn't seem very strong. Now he's here, and listen, this marriage to me, Rajiv and his spouse, they seem legit now. But what about all this old stuff? What should I do with all this old stuff? That's why you didn't get a decision the other day on Thursday. Oh, Rajiv is locked up. Man, we're having some lockups today. All right. Well, the people are speaking. Pineapple Lemon says it doesn't look too good for Rajiv. I think that might be right. Rocio says some people shoot themselves in the foot with immigration. We know that's for sure. They're not being rude. They're just sort of giving their opinions. Then they're just giving their opinions. All right, so let's say hi to Jeffrey, and then we'll go to Mrs. Cameron. Hi, Jeffrey. Oh, where'd you go? Jeffrey, are you with us? Jeffrey's locked up too. Boy, everyone's locked up. Hello, Mrs. Cameron.
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing? Looks sunny where you are.
I'm fine, thank you. I'm here in Florida.
Nice. How
Yeah,
you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. So my question is, I just recently got married. Can my husband file for my 21-year-old son as well?
Oh, congratulations on getting married.
Thank you.
No, you got to wait till you get your green card and then you can apply for your son.
Okay. Another thing, it's not, it's a little bothering to me, but my husband, so he had married twice. Reason for that, his first wife is an American citizen. Like he's here from he's 24 and he's 58 now. So they had a child together, and then things happen. Then he married his 3 kids' mom, but they got divorced 2015. However, he did not file for her because she didn't want to stay here in America. She went back home.
Okay.
So he did not file for her. So we have known each other almost a year, but we weren't together for like about 6 months. We know each other through my family member, but 6 months ago we start corresponding more deeper. I was in a relationship before, but things got sour. The person lied to me. I can't go through that, but we're in love. He popped the question. There wasn't any gathering for that question, but I was telling him that I'm not the type to play around, because from ever since I more go for elderly men. Not like I don't like to talk to younger guys, because sometimes I don't know what they need. So, I'm with him. Well, he's 20 years older than me.
I was going to
But
ask because you look like you're 18 to me. So if
no,
he's 53.
I'm 38. I was 39 October, but I don't like to. Yeah, my son father, he's like 63. So I
wow.
don't date young guys. Yeah, but my question is, we don't put in for the filing as yet, because as I said, we recently got married, and we have checked a lawyer, not one of ours, but I following it from other social media. I saw a video and I said, let me keep with this gentleman because I like how he talks, and you encourage us, you give us points and all of that. So my question is, will I be having a challenge when we put in the filing, and then for interview, will I have a challenge because he had married twice, and our marriage is very young, and we're not, dating for long, but we're from the same country. I'm into him, as I tell you. I can prove that. Like I have proof, but I'm a little bit scared with, he had married twice before. Good
So
reason why he had.
so he was born in Jamaica?
Yeah, we're both from Jamaica.
And how did he get his green card in the first place?
He was, I don't know if you know about like farm work. So he came here when he was 24. And while working, he had, going out and all of that. He had told
So
me.
it wasn't based on marriage.
No. So he met that lady and they fall in love. They live together. So he didn't go back home. And then that's where, because he had one child in Jamaica. And after everything, he filed for her. So she's here. But he had 4 other kids here in America.
So he gets married to a lady in Jamaica. They end up having 5 kids. He applied for her. She got a green card. And then how long ago
he didn't put in the filing for her.
Oh, he did. So are you the first person he's ever filed for?
So I will be apart from his daughter that is 18 years old.
Daughter, I don't care about the daughter.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm the first person that he's going to file for.
The only spouse.
The only spouse.
Okay. And you said you're in Florida. Which field office is going to do your interview?
There's somebody just introduced me to one lady. I don't even remember her name now. We haven't done anything with her because all the secretary had told us, when we got the original marriage certificate, because she can't use the copied, we should just bring it in and she will do
that's not what I meant. What I meant was when you file and you have your interview, where will your interview be? What big city do you live by?
Broward County, but we don't put it in as yet because I said I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna use your
Yeah.
your organization because
Yeah.
I think I like how you deal with people.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
We would like that.
yeah. I don't see you add the number in the
Yeah,
chat,
here.
so
I'll
I'm
put it in the
gonna
comments. Yeah, for
yeah
sure.
I'm gonna use it because as I said I'm following you like over a week now, and I like how you deal with people. I like how you go straight forward. I feel
You're my
comfortable already, so I'm gonna tell my husband he's at work, but I'm gonna tell him, let us use you guys.
All right, great. Well, I just put the email and the phone number in the chat.
All
So just
right,
shoot
I'll
us an
send it
email and they'll follow up with you on
Monday.
Monday.
All right,
All right.
thank you very much. Have a good weekend.
Okay, good
Bye
luck.
bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
All right. The waiting room is open. We got Sandeep in there. I'm going to go to him in just a second. Let me give you the link if you want to come in and ask a question. We're having a good show today. I have not lost my temper, which is always a good thing. I'm dressed up in my lawyer costume because I was shooting videos earlier. The link I just posted. Here's Sandeep. What do you say, Sandeep? Oh, can you hear me? Hello, Sandeep. Looks like he's locked up. All right, well, let me see. Why are folks always saying that district office is bad? This one's good. This one's bad. Philly and New York district office approved more marriage cases in first 60 days of this year than any district. Well, yeah, but they probably had a backlog of them and they probably still took a long time. I like the New York field office. And like I said, I like the Philly field office. I've been there a few times. So they've always been good to me, always been good for my clients. Rocio says Mrs. Cameron was really nice. I think Mrs. Cameron was really nice too. I liked talking to her. I like talking to Sheldon. Sheldon says Jim's the man for the job, and Sheldon knows Jamaica. We know that. So, all right. What else we got? Come on into the waiting room. Otherwise, I'm getting out of here because I got things to do. I'm working on lots of different stuff. I think I mentioned that I'm taking this YouTube class. So, I got a lot of good ideas for taking this show to the next level. Muhammad keeps asking for the link. I keep posting it. I don't know what's going on there. There's a couple people in the waiting room, but it looks like they're all locked up. So I'm just going to clear them all out. And make some more space for anybody. Anybody who has a question, come on in the waiting room. I'll pull you right up. I know, Sheldon, I know you're from Jamaica because you always give the Jamaica love when we get people. And for some reason, we're getting a lot of love from Jamaica and Ghana. I saw someone said they're still waiting for Hacking Immigration Law Ghana, like a spin-off show. That would be sort of fun. I hate this camera on the Mac. I like the camera that I had before, but I don't know why it overheats. I don't know if it's the light up there on top of it or what. Oh yeah, sorry. I gotta put that on there because I'm gonna share all the love that everybody had. Where is that comment from Masalam? Let's see. Well, here, Christine had a question while I'm going by. I have a question. My husband passed the border from Mexico to USA. Second time they deported him back. It's been all 17 years. Do you think he has a case for him to get his green card? Could have a permanent bar. Could be tough, Christine. I'd have to look at everything, get a FOIA. All right. Here we go. All right. I'm going to take another smiley face so I can send this to the team. Tamara, I don't think Tamara will ever come on the show. She does not like stuff like that, but I'll try. All right. I will share that with the team. Thanks for that post. We really like it when we help people with those lawsuits. Oh man, my mouse is not working well. All right. Muhammad keeps having a trouble here. I do not understand. Do you post the link in the comment in Facebook or yeah, I posted in the comments. Should be right there. I'll share it one more time, Muhammad. Here we go. Let's talk to Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen.
Hi, thanks.
How you doing?
Good. The reason I'm calling in is because I wanted to know. My mortgage. I'm an American citizen. My husband's from Tunisia, and he's been here now for a couple of years. We're married on a K-1 visa, and I tried calling way back when he got here and talked to the Bank of America about my mortgage and having his name put on it because we don't, I'm not renting or anything. And the agent literally laughed and laughed and laughed at me on the phone. She said, "You got to be kidding me." I said, "No, I'm inquiring whether is that a possibility." She said, "Absolutely not. Does he have a green card?" I said, "No." And she goes, "Not until that happens." I said, "Well, can you send me a letter to that effect?" And she says, "We don't do that kind of thing." No. The answer is no on both questions.
So that's okay. I mean, does he already have his conditions removed on his green card?
No. We're waiting for the green card interview.
The green card interview? What do you mean?
I mean, what are you talking about conditions? Well, we haven't had our green card interview yet.
When did he arrive?
September 2019, but our attorney suggested that since when we got our first notice, that we write it out because we were so close to the 2-year mark. And that way we could go in and ask for the 10-year green card.
That's stupid.
Because we were she said, "You're just very few months away from the 2-year, and this will save time and money for you."
Okay, so what's the question?
So the question is, how do we do this question when they say, well,
Well, I mean, you can explain that at the interview. I mean, Bank of America sucks. No immigrants should do any business with Bank of America. They're terrible. What you told me about that lady laughing at you and what you told me about them not being able to accommodate your request to add them to the mortgage and about laughing at you for even suggesting it is very consistent with everything that I hear.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
I'm just saying that everything is consistent with what I'm hearing all the time about Bank of America. Just stay away from Bank of America. You can get your case approved without it if you have lots of other evidence. It's not.
Well, hopefully we do. I mean, it seems like, with 2 years worth of, checking account and bills and different things like that, and pictures with family and friends and
so
letters for people.
He came on a K1 or what?
Yes.
Well, good luck with your interview. When is it?
We don't know. We the last letter we got said that they canceled. Well, see, we canceled it because she said so. Then they sent us a letter canceling it, and so then we canceled the letter. Then they sent us another appointment, and she kept canceling as we went along because she said, "You're just so close."
That's really stupid. That's stupid. That's her being lazy, and she's really setting herself up for a possible denial and then starting all over. So that was horrible advice.
Oh, wow.
I got to roll.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Kathleen. All right. Well, it looks like the people want Amani back on the show. Kofi's wondering, when is Amani coming on? She almost came on yesterday. Rocio wants her on. I will tell her, maybe on Friday. She seems to like to come on Fridays. Boy, everybody's chiming in. Nedjet's paralegal is Alexandra. Hope she answers you soon. I'm in trouble now. Well, I can take a note and take a look at it, but I'm sure she will get back to you on Monday. Nedjet, shouldn't be a problem. All right. Anybody else going once? Come on into the waiting room. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap for today. There's Mad. Hi, Mad. We'll get back to you on Monday. Nedjet, shouldn't be a problem.
Jim. Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I recently just came back from Ghana, and I went to the embassy.
Can you turn down the volume? All right. Go ahead, Mad.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I just recently came back from Ghana a couple of days ago, and while I was over there, I went to the embassy. And they were trying to give me a hard time with getting inside the embassy and so forth and when. And I ended up meeting a female that worked at the embassy, and she had let me know that they are working, but everything is slow and so forth and when. My case has been way out of normal processing time. I'll say maybe we're going on 3 years in October. And I recently contacted my congressman for the state of New Jersey and gave them the information regarding my case. But That was back in January, and I haven't heard anything back as of yet.
This is a spouse case?
What you say?
This is a spouse case?
Yes, it's the I-130.
When did USCIS approve the I-130?
They approved it June 12th of 2019.
Yeah, you should sue them.
Yes, it's the I-130. Yeah.
When did USCIS approve the I-130? All right, the background stuff's driving me crazy. Matt, shoot me an email. I'll put it in the comments. But the background noise is driving me nuts. Feel free, Matt, to email us, or everybody. I'm going to give you I need to spread the love on the texting. So if you want to get alerted when we're going live, go ahead and send us a text to 314-470-3300. If you want us to reach out to you, you can say it in there, but just type in the word show and that'll start the communication and we can go from there. And then don't forget, Nora would want me to remind you that we're still on TikTok at Immigration Hacking. I'm going to go ahead and say hi to Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, speak to me now. I can't hear anything.
You can't, Jeffrey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear Jeffrey. Hello, Mr.
Jeffrey.
Jim.
Hi, Jeffrey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go ahead.
Mr. Jim, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for picking me, actually. So my question is there. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm currently waiting for my interview and I-130. So it's our documents was accepted as of December 17th. So and my question is, sir, my wife only visits Nigeria once, which was in January 2020. So then during that time, she stayed for 3 months. That's the period we got engaged, we got married before. So she stayed from January to April. Okay, so now that I'm preparing for my interview, so I want to know if it's gonna be a problem, that does she need to come back again? Does she need to visit me again? So in order not to, because we have been trying for her to come back again, to come and to come, because we have a daughter now. This is her stepdaughter. So she has been trying to visit her daughter as well, but it has not been working because of money and the COVID as well too. So I would like to know, sir, if that would be a problem during my interview, because maybe they might ask why my wife has not been coming on and on to Nigeria.
I think it would really help if she came back. I think that would take away an argument for them. I think she should come back, but I think that you don't want her there when the actual interview happens. So have her come before the interview.
Okay, she should try and come back before the interview, right?
Right. That's right, Jeffrey. Have her come back before the interview. I'm going to move on and talk to Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you.
Can you hear me okay? Most people
yes.
I'm having audio problems or something.
Oh, I can hear you just fine, but can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, perfect. So yesterday, my husband and I, first I want to say thank you so much, because my husband and I, we were able to do our I-1 interview after waiting 3 years. And it's because of you sending in that lawsuit for us that we finally were able to do it. So yesterday we did our interview. We passed with flying colors. So we have another interview to do, I think the 485 to do again for his proceedings. And so we're just trying to figure out what's the next best move for us, because I'm sorry, I have a piece of gum in my mouth.
You're fine.
Because he has an internship for his career job coming in June. but we're just worried that his EAD won't come through in time because he applied for the renewal back in June 2021 and it expired in November 2021.
So they approved the I-130 yesterday?
Yes.
Which field office?
In Raleigh,
where's
USCIS.
Where's his immigration court?
I believe it's going to be in Charlotte.
Okay, so what needs to happen is now that the I-130 is approved, has he already been ordered deported, or has his deportation always been pending?
Oh, see, that one I wouldn't know if it was. I know that he had it was an asylum case, and then it was denied.
But he never he never saw the immigration judge. He just went to the asylum office, and then he got referred to the court, and then he got married to you, and that marriage got approved.
Yes.
So so now what needs to this is what needs to happen. A motion needs to be filed with the court to terminate the proceedings. And the government should join in that. So that should take about a month. So then we're talking end of April. Then if you file for the green card, you're talking 4 or 5 months before he gets the work card. So it's probably going to be longer than when his internship is.
Okay.
Are we the deportation lawyers? Have you hired us for that or just for the lawsuit?
Just for the lawsuit so far. But we do we're working with somebody else too. She So
she needs to file a motion with the court to terminate the proceedings. And depending on how fast and busy the court is, usually the government gets 2 weeks to reply. She might reach out to the DHS counsel and say, hey, look, we're filing this. We're trying to get this guy his EAD. His I-130 is approved. Can you join in the motion sooner rather than later? Right now, Biden's given those things out like candy, so that shouldn't be hard to get. Then you file for the green card at that point, and then like I said, 3 or 4 or 5 months for the work card.
Okay. So we'll go and we'll look into that.
Well, I'm glad your interview went well. I'm glad. I know that we were
Thank you.
trying to help you find a lawyer and everything because they gave you like 3 days notice. But I'm glad it went well, and I'm glad it got approved. Let me know if you need anything. Okay.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
Bye, Michelle.
Bye.
Oh, we're really glad Michelle's I-130 got approved after a lawsuit. That case was stuck, and she needed it because of the removal. Hi, Suzanne.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Good. How you doing? I'm good.
I'm good, thank you. So I've been trying to reach out to you because I've been trying a lot, like almost all the ways to know what's going on with my case. So I'm gonna just give you a brief what happened.
Okay.
I applied for my citizenship in July 15, 2020, and they received the case in July 31st, 2020. And I did the biometric fingerprint in February 2021 until now, which has been almost like more than 20 months. I'm waiting for my interview. There's nothing. Like I did the e-request twice, nothing. I emailed them, I talked with them a lot. Like they just keep telling me, oh, after 30 days of the e-request, we will let you know what's going to happen. And then after 30 days, I call them back. They're like, oh, do you want to do another e-request? Like, I just don't know what's going on. And
which field office will your interview be at?
San Diego.
Oh, and what country are you from?
I'm from Iraq.
And how did you come to the United States, as a refugee?
Yes, through IOM.
Yeah. So this happens a lot with IOM cases. Did you have an interview on your green card, or you just got it in the mail?
I just got it in the mail.
So I know this sounds strange, but immigration has actually never interviewed you, right? I know obviously you got approved for your green card, but immigration has never seen you. So I've seen this over and over for citizenship cases. And we have citizenship cases right now in San Diego that are taking 5 or 6 months. So they're sitting on your case because you came through IOM. They're sitting on your case because you're from Iraq. So I think the only way to get them moving on your case is to sue them. And I think that if you sued them, you'd have your interview in about 2 or 3 months.
Oh, is it gonna be bad if I start suing them because it's gonna be against them?
So I've sued them literally 1,000 times, over 1,000 times, and I've never felt like they treated my client unfairly. We're not asking for them to be fired. We're not asking them to go to jail. We're not asking for them to give us money. We're just asking them to do our job. So it sounds scary to sue them, right? But here's what happens. You give me the documents. I file the lawsuit. I mail it to the San Diego field office. Once they get it in the mail, they have 60 days to answer. They start working on the case, and then they set your case for interview, and then we dismiss it. The lawsuits in Southern California have been great. They have a whole department at the U.S. Attorney's Office that's in charge of communicating with USCIS. So it sounds scary, like a lawsuit is scary, but really you're just getting their attention.
Oh, I got it. So I have like 7 of my family members. They have the same issue. So if I start suing them, we can do all together, right?
That would be fun. I would like that. Yeah. Now, usually we charge $500 for each extra person, but we'd have to just I wouldn't charge you that much, but
okay.
Because it's 4,000 for 4,100 for you, and then we usually charge 500 for each extra person. But if we're doing all those, we could figure something else out.
Okay. I'll go ahead and email you then.
Perfect. Okay. Thanks, Suzanne.
One more question. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
What if I withdraw my application and reapply again? Is that going to be bad?
We're not doing that. We're suing them.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
You got it. All right. I'm going to talk to Gladys, and then we'll probably wrap after Gladys. Gladys, how you doing?
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me?
Yeah, your audio is a little bit glitchy, but I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. It sounds like not so clear, but yeah. Okay. So my question is this. I have filed for I-130 along with I-485. Priority date was October 4 of 2021. There was an RFE right after 30 days sent out to me. I did not need to go to the biometrics or anything of that. They were able to reuse mine because I'm a DACA recipient. And then, so there was on the RFE, and then my lawyer pretty much screwed up what he sent. He cut out, he noticed that he sent the wrong documents. So that they send those documents on December 3rd, replying to the RFE, and they resend the correct documents on December 13th when they find out. And the reason why they find out is because once I request for those documents, I noticed that there was mistakes in there, and I have to call the office and I let them know, okay, they put the wrong dates on certain employment because my son, my 22-year-old son, is my sponsor. So, yeah, so I don't know what to do at this point because I have called last week to USCIS, and they just told me that they're just waiting. That I think they submit an request or something. They told me that they were going to submit something, and I should be able to hear from them within the next 30 days. That's what the person that responded to me tell me. But other than that, my account hasn't been updated or no changes. I don't know what to do at this point. It's very stressful.
Gladys, do you have a copy of everything that got filed?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a copy of everything that got filed?
I have everything what the lawyers submit to them.
Can you email that to me? I want to see it.
Oh, can you? I don't know what to send them though. Can you send me an email?
I'll put it in the comments, and then you email me. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I have another question though. Yeah, well, definitely I'm gonna send that information to you because I don't know what to do with my case. So my husband, he did not apply for that I-485, so he's trying to apply under BAGWA. So will that affect my status? Or can he start that process, or what is your recommendation?
I don't know. I have some questions about your case overall. I'll just send it to you by email, okay?
I will.
All right. We didn't have a good connection with Gladys. She seemed very nice, though. We liked her a lot. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the show. I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock Central. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great night. See you, everybody.